If you're here right now, I will start right with you. If you're here right now, we'll start with you. Otherwise, I will read this other question. Looks like the stream is clear. Okay. We're going to start here with what is the vibe of the USA today? What is the vibe of the USA today? We have an energy, and I began. The energy of today's reading is that of angel number 1331, and 1331 is that the angels are equipping you with positive energy so that you may finish that which you set out to do. The angels are breathing creativity, creative energy into you. The angels are breathing into you, whispering into your ear, waiting for you to respond and acknowledge their presence. So let's just take a look from these cards of 1331. We can look at that. It's 31, card number 13, 1331. In 1331, we are looking at the energy of 1331. I'm going to put this here, 1331. It reduces down to 4, 4, or 8. 8 is the number of prosperity. It is about prosperity. 1331. Let's see what kind of words we have here with 1331. Energy. Energy to propel you forward. Energy. Energy. Echo. And hero. When you think of the spirits of energy, the angels are whispering energy. You can hear them echo. You are a hero. This other sense, 31, 3, or we can look at 31. Raven. Raven is a raptor, a bird of prey, a fast bird, a cunning bird, a cunning energy. Then there's the mighty elk. Elk. An elk, what do you think of when you hear the word elk? It's a big animal. It grazes. It's a herding animal. An herbivore. And then we have another thing, energy of wind. Wind. So, the energy of 1331, according to my crosswords oracle right now, today, not tomorrow and not yesterday, is that of echoing thoughts of the hero. Hero infused with the strength of the raven, the strength of the elk, and the strength of the wind. But we can look at this number, we can break it down further in a sense that we look at it in a different way. Just simple numerology. We have a new beginning, a new beginning. We have the creative, we have expression. Creativity. ITY, creativity, and back to a beginning. Back and then start again. Start again. That's kind of, in one sense, what this number 1331 is, or 4, foundations. 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 Let us ask the tarot. We can find, let's see if 1331, but there was. I did pull cards for the number 1331. And it starts because the total number adds up to 8. And we are starting with here. Whoever drinks the water I will give them shall never thirst. An ascended master at the well, giving wisdom to this woman. An ascended master at the well, giving this Sumerian woman, a woman who is not even, is outside of the clan, an outsider, giving them this message, drinking from the well of the ascended master, infusing this woman, a woman with new life, new strength. And we have this other number. We have this woman at the harvest time. She keeps her lamp lit. She has a bountiful harvest, can sell her fruits, her vegetables, her grain at the market, can provide with her family, provide for her family. She, not he, she provides. And then we go over here, 1331, a meaning of 1331 in tarot. Your truth. 11th finger, welcome. And then this guy, he has lots of grain. He has lots of grain. Grain to provide for others, to provide for others, for himself, for his whole village. Or he can hang on to this for himself and not give anything away to others. Of course, this spirit of this is a warning to not do this. Warning to not hang on to more than you need. Because all you need is what you need, because the end. Yes. Because the promise here in this number 8 is of ascension. Ascending, and ascending into a new state of being. 1331. Angels are the angels are whispering into your ear. The energy of the raven, the hero, the elk, and the wind. The wind are there to guide you, to give you positive strength, positive energy to go forward with your plan. The plan that you have right now. And I apologize for for the loss of your father. I know what that's like. I lost my father 13 years ago. No. Yeah, I think 13 years ago. 13, yeah, something like that. Okay. And Ozzy Osbourne died today too. Yes, I saw that. What can I do for you? Would you like a prayer? Would you like to pray together? Or something like that? A prayer for peace? A prayer for your peace? Prayer for peace? Okay. All right. Shane. Mary. We ask for prayers for Shane right now. He lost his father and he's grieving. He's having difficulty in going about his days. He is experiencing a broken heart. Send angels to protect him right now, to surround him with the love of God, that he can feel and experience that connectedness to renewal, to peace, that he can experience a freedom from his pain, to help him to understand that this will pass, though the grieving process does take a while. It's not an instantaneous thing, but be there for him so that he can know that he's not alone. And that his father, and to let him know that his father is okay right now. And that maybe that Shane can open up his heart to feel, to know that his father is still here, protecting him from all harm. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, blessed is the fruit of your womb, Shane. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Shane, now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Shane. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Shane, now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Shane. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Shane, now and all throughout his journey. Well, drinking seems like it helps, but it probably doesn't. That's a trap. But I won't advise you. You can find that out for yourself. Shane was your dad. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, the spirit knows that Shane was your dad. Bailey Kirk, welcome. My candle's almost out of wax. Well, biological or not, he was the person who raised you. You know, there's the family that created us, the family that raised us, and the family that we choose. The family that we choose are sometimes, those are the people who Ryan Wheeler, welcome. Ryan Wheeler, welcome. You know, your friends, those are the close friends, that's the family that you choose. Spend time with the family that you choose and with your family. That gave birth to you into this world. I see. Well, your father is at peace. That is, of course, the promise that that he is at peace. You have sisters with children. Do you have children yourself? Or are you old enough to have children? Well, would anybody else like to have some prayers? Well, you can, let's, just ring the bell here for you stay single. It's fine. Not everybody gets married. Not everybody makes a family. I think it's like, what is it? The statistics on that is only like 10 to 20% of the human population never reproduces. I think it's about that much. You're in your mid 20s. Well, you could have a wife and child someday if that is something you wish. If that's something you wish in the future. You're not too old. Though there is, if you cross over 40 and you're still single, it's likely you'll stay single for the rest of your life. That's, but it's not a bad thing if you want to be single. Yeah. If you want to stay single, you're welcome to do that. Because I was like thinking about this in the past. If you were in like a merchant class or a little bit more had more affluence in your family, and you were a single male, you would probably become a priest or you become a monk. And if you weren't in those classes, you might become a sailor. Because I suspect that most sailors were men that never, um, that didn't mate up for some reason or another. No. Well, some people are that there could be that, but that's not necessarily so. Sexual orientation maybe, but you know, in my family, uh there's me, one of my first cousins, and that were single, never married, don't have any children, and don't consider themselves gay. And then one of my uncle, he had two brothers who never married. They didn't consider themselves gay either. But they were one of them was really really shy. I think that a lot of it is that autism gene runs in my family, and so the like my youngest nephew is he will probably never get married either. He has it's like it's really the autism gene is really strong in my family. Yeah, I see. I got you. Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, yes. So that is it's I mine. It's with me. It's audio processing disorder. With my mom, it's audio processing disorder and face blindness. My sister didn't get any of that, but she did get but her youngest son has the audio processing disorder. And then I go over to my some of my cousins, some of my first cousins. They have a lot of Asperger's and some very severe autistic children, but they themselves are not. But then it was like, you know, I see you when you were a baby Asperger's, yeah. So yeah, so there is a lot of that in my family. It came from my grandfather. My grandfather was he his he was a German Jew, and he had the audio. He was born like what, like 1906 or something like that. Yeah. So you feel that, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, it just makes but if you really really want if you really really want a family, you can have a family. It's just that when you are autistic, it takes a lot more work. And some of the things, incoming insomnia, yeah. Yeah, I started talking when I was like 3. I was nonverbal till I was about 3, for the most part, and I was delayed in reading and other things. But I could never figure out the whole um, romance thing. I mean, I had a few girlfriends in the past, and there's and stuff like that. I've had that. I had that. That was and when I was like younger, like in your age group, I was always out there looking for stuff like that. So you didn't okay. So you tried alcohol. Alcohol doesn't help you at all. Um, it does help to ground. I suppose it helps to ground you out, but you're young like that. A lot of times, what ends up happening with that alcohol is you might end up. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend anybody to. I don't recommend using alcohol, especially if you're feeling troubled, because you're in a place where you're self-medicating. Maybe you have a lot of anxiety. Maybe you have that, and one of the most healing. Read Emil. One of the most healing activities I've run across in my life. A couple of them. Singing is one of them. Actually, singing is good, like karaoke or singing in a choir, doing music or something like that. But dancing, social dancing. So this contra dance, CONTRADANCE, contra dance. If you live in the States, Shane, or if you live in the States, look this up and see if you have a contra dance community in near where you live, because the types of males that get attracted to this are people who are like engineers and other such folk, and you may like this. It's and like 70% of the people who show up at contra dances are married. They're married or they're partnered up. And so if you're looking for a real supportive environment, you can find that in a contra dance. If you just keep going every week, it takes roughly 6 consecutive times to figure it out. So if you've ever done like, oh, from Guyana, okay, Fado, right? Welcome. And so if you try this, it's really fast paced. And if there's things like exercise that you don't like, but you may like to do this, it's fun. And do you have any problems with touch? Do you have any, I will burn that paper. I have, I will, because I have a pile of these, and so, but I'm not going to burn it here. I have a pile for the burn pile. But if you don't have a problem with touch, you may like that, because that type of environment, social dance. But if you don't, that's fine. And that was just a suggestion. So here it is. It is like it's being burnt up, but we'll put it in my over there. It's gone. So in case somebody else would like a card reading or anything like that, yes, you're welcome. All right, 11th finger. I do my I do card readings and prayers, advice on this channel, but it's for entertainment purposes only. And I speak to everyone. Yes, I do. I speak to anyone. Exactly. I'll be right with you, Chinese Disco Babe, and yeah. And then on Sunday afternoons, I started this Sunday, but on Sunday after after I get out of church, I'm going to do prayers. Probably like around noon. I'm in the Pacific Coast. Like I'm in Oregon, so it's the same time zone as Seattle and San Francisco is where I'm at. And so on Sunday afternoons, be like I think I'm gonna schedule that out at like 12:30 for prayers. And so if anybody has any prayers, you can go down on my community page and post. I'll put a post for. I think I did put a post for my schedule the other day. Anyways, that's what I got. So you would like a reading? Okay, so all right. 11th finger. I'm gonna move on to now Fadel, Chinese Disco Babe. She popped on to want to ask a question before I push the go live button. And so would that be okay if and because Fadel was kind of so that would be like it would be Chinese Disco Babe and then you next. And an animal. Okay, Emil. Okay. All right. So I guess all right. So we have that many, and then that'll probably be all I can do. So what I will do is do this. Okay. Fatal, go on, please. Okay. So I'm gonna put the schedule down, and so just kind of hang out, and we'll be with you here. And so Chinese Disco. Do I see Disco Babe? We have Fidel. Fadel. And we have Emil. So I don't know exactly who's. I'll go in to my chat and see who's first. And I know that Chinese Disco Babe was first, and then Emil. Okay. Okay. Amiel. All right. And this is the start time for this, even though today it's the next day. It's 7:22. 7:22 and 7:22. It's still the 22nd. It's not really. It's the 23rd. But you didn't talk. You tried. I see. You tried alcohol. Yeah. Oh, and Maria. I see. Did you have a question too, Maria? Okay, Asper. And let me just go down and look through the list here. Because I thought I saw, okay, Fadel was, okay, anyway, this is the way it's going to be. It's going to go like, just like this. And then that's going to, okay. All right, we're going to run it in this, just like this in this order. I'm going to start here by clearing the air because we'll start on a blank slate. Okay. What is your question, Chinese Disco Babe? Okay. So you had your interview. You had your interview at Fullerton. And you want to know, what did they think of you? So what did the company think of you? Think of what do they think, or what did the company think of you, or think about you? What did the company truly think about you? Okay, that's the question there. Okay. Okay. What did Fullerton think of Chinese Disco Babe? What did Fullerton think of after they interviewed Chinese Disco Babe? What did Fullerton think about her after the interview? What did Fullerton think about her after the interview? Well, first off, they have a difficult decision to make. You aren't their only candidate. And so they are weighing the issues and trying to keep their emotions in check. And then there is a sense of creative blocks, or let's say we look at this page, we're looking at this energy here is a bit blocked. It's in this form. It's in its in it, and so there's did they think in sense of a well, the word creative block is the one that stood out. So they're thinking about you, but there's this energy here, and this of a partnership and cooperation and a supportive kind of a supportive alliance, a friendship, so that you may fit into their company as a they could see that you would fit in with the crew, within those who are in the company that is present there. So it looks like, but they still don't know, they still haven't made up a decision, yes or no, of whether for you to go forward, because there's a sense of a blockage here. There's a blockage that goes from here into here. So there's a separation. Their decision is their decision to accept you in to their company is has a delay or a block in it. That's what I got from these cards here. Because we look at this as the as a in the Page of Cups of all right. And this is an energy of so the page being like a young woman, or and it has a youthful experience, a youthful energy to it, and they see that they like that you're youthful, but in this form that energy is in a blocked form or delayed form. So that's what I got for you. I don't know if that makes any sense. But let's take the energy of the numerical energy of this question, of this, and so we're looking at 5 plus 11. That's so we're looking at 2 plus 11 plus 3, and so we're looking at 5, 6, 7. So this is an energy of contemplation and or a withdrawing to think about things. So in this sense, they are taking a step back and they are thinking about you. They're thinking about you. So they haven't now, if this was a yes no question in this form, this would be a yes, that they like you. That they're thinking about you in a positive way. So I hope that helps. This one is it's an Apprentice Tarot. Yeah. So this is the Apprentice Tarot, and I like it. It's a U.S. Games deck, and it's for folks like me who are both they're word oriented, like I'm a poet writer. So the words, I like having words. I like words. I like seeing those words. And then there's the images too. This is a very good, I like this one a lot. All right. We'll put this back. How about, all right. Okay. We'll just put that, we'll clear the air and we'll go on to Fidel, if you're still here. Fidel. And I'm going to clear the air. With a pen, we'll use a paintbrush. Because we're painting the tapestry of day and night. Yeah. I like it. I like that one. So we'll just clear the spirits out of the air for Fidel. Okay. And Fidel, what is your question? Oh, your question is already there. Okay, I hope if you're still here, just let me know. And then, so why does nothing seem to work out for me? Okay. Now the question is, why does nothing seem to work out for me? Well, I know what that feels like. Fidel, I know what this feels like. Believe me, I know what that feels like. All right. Okay. Mary, Mother of God. Fidel seeks the truth. In his life, he is working on trying to accomplish things, but he feels like he's a failure and that he's failing at everything. He wants to know why. Why does it seem like nothing works out for him? Guide me to the truth. 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 I got your question. That's your question. I got your question, Fidel. For Fidel, please tell us the truth. That's the issue. Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth. Fidel seeks the truth. Fidel seeks the truth. Tell us the truth. Hmm. Okay. I'll ask that question second, Fidel. But we're hearing this other question now. Let's. So we're gonna go this one here, and this one off the bottom. So, in your question, the primary issue here of why nothing seems to work out for you is that there is a despair. You come at your situation from a basic sense of despair or a poverty, but we're not necessarily seeing this as a material poverty. It's like a poverty of spirit. And you're wandering like these folks, you're wandering out in the cold, in the dark. You're hobbling along. There's blessing that's just right over here. A change. You can make a change. 5 is the number for change, for challenge, for freedom. You can become free from this. You can become free from this by just making a change. And so the other things that we see are that our issues here are you have too many things going on at once. There's too many options, too many things to choose from. And then you are sort of locked up in a mind frame of fantasy. Too much fantasy, too much illusion. The number 5 has come up or no, we have this sense of you are fighting, and you're fighting with yourself, and there is this sort of a imbalance, your love imbalance in your life. This could be a romantic thing, but it could be, but I'm sensing that it's not about a romantic thing. It's more of a how you view yourself. And do you like yourself? You have a depression, maybe because you feel like, why me? Why is this not happening to me? Why I'm trying to do this, but it just doesn't, it's not working out. And so that comes from a place of you're seeing your attitude or how you're looking at the world is looking at it as, in a sense, that you're in a place of loss. You're a place that whatever you do, and so like there's no reason to even try to do it because, oh, it's just not going to work for me. It's not going to work. And so that's kind of what I see here, the balance or the imbalance. But then you're fighting with yourself. You maybe the tools are there for you to get out of this funk, but instead of getting out of it, you are remaining in this funk. So I want to see where you are at in your journey here. I want to see where you're at. So this is a Major Arcana Oracle deck. I'm using it as it is a Major Arcana deck. And we are in this deck, Fade Out. This is you. This is you. This is you right now. You embody this spirit of this card, this energy. This is you, and you are on a journey. You are on a journey. And in this journey, you are on a journey from the magician to the world. And we're going to see kind of where you're at. And so that can help us to determine how do you get out of this funk here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix these cards up really, really good, and you're going to tell me when to stop shuffling. So first off, I'm just going to mix everything around like this. Mix everything around. So we got right side up and upside down cards, and it's all well mixed together. And one more mix, and then I'm going to start shuffling, fade out, and you're going to tell me when to stop shuffling. And so I want you to, this oracle reading here is about right now. It's about right now. It's not about tomorrow. It's not about yesterday. This is an energy reading for right this moment. Right this moment. Just think about that. We're talking about, all of you ever there, please be mindful that we're talking about right now, and this is about Fadel right this moment. Right this moment. So it's about right now. So you tell me when to stop, and I want you to think about just right now. We're about right now. Okay. For Fidel to stop, he can say, does okay mean stop? Or you can tell me when, use the word stop when you want me to stop. Use the word stop when you want me to stop. Okay. Oh, 11 fingers said stop. I'm going to cut the deck. Mix a little bit more. She's not ready for me to stop yet. Okay. All right. All right. So we're going to see where you're at in your journey. So you're right in between justice and the high priestess. What it's saying is that you feel like there is a sense of justice that is happening. So in this situation, why does, in a sense that a justice needs to be righted in your life. A justice needs to be righted in your life, and the way to do this is by getting in touch with yourself, getting in touch with that law that was written on your heart in this Torah that was written this that was written on your heart. Quiet time. It's also about the balancing between the light and darkness in your life, whatever that means to you, a balancing out of things, and thinking about the moon energy. So this is where we're asking you to go. This is asking where you to go next, is going into and just thinking about this spirit of the divine feminine, or this high priestess. And the high priestess, and getting in touch with your most innermost self, your inner being. So as an example, you can spend some time journaling, sitting in the quiet and asking the question, what do I feel? What's going on inside? Asking that question. And drawing upon the silence. Silencing your mind down. And to get in touch with what it is you truly feel inside. And to find some justice, or the balancing of self. So you have here 11 reduces down to the number 2. So it's really these, in some sense, you're looking at the in this numerological sense. The numbers boiling down go into 4, and the number 4 is about building a strong foundation for yourself, and building that foundation of your spirituality. But maybe you don't want to go there. Maybe what you're just thinking of is, who are you in this moment? And in finding out, figuring out who you are. And only you can do that. Only you can know who you are. Your neighbors can't really tell you. They'll tell you things about yourself. Your parents will tell you things about yourself. Your friends will tell you things about yourself. And some of those things will be truthful. And some of them will not be truthful. But ultimately, only you can tell me who you are in this moment. You can build the foundations of your life by getting in touch with who you were created to be. That's what I get in this. And so a writing of this equation here that needs to be righted. And so we're going to look at another number here. I want to look at this number here. So from this one, we have the total number is the number 4. And over here, we have 5, 7, 6, 7, 14, 19, 25, 2 plus 5 is 7. So we're looking at build your foundations through contemplation. Build your foundation in your life through contemplation. So that's the message of how to get out of this funk, is to build your foundation through contemplation. And look at simplify your life. Simplify your life. You have too many choices. Narrow down the amount of choices that you are seeking. So you're in your goals or whatever it is in your life, is it Taco Bell or is it Burger King? Well, or is it like some mom and pop? I don't know. It's whatever. Or is it Safeway or whatever? You have all these different choices, different illusions. And so in this, there's a simplification process. And every time that you feel this, you need to put this spirit out of your head. Because ultimately, it is a lie. When you feel as though, why does nothing work out for me? This is actually you are learning. You're in this place where you're kind of learning something, but when you get that negative reaction to this, that's a kind of a that's not that's how you are responding to it. That's your response to it, and you're fighting with yourself. But it's not necessarily the best response to responding to that feeling or that sensation. That woe is me, I am a poor boy, or I'm an outcast, or I am cast out. Everyone else is successful, but I am not, or that, or it's this sort of a victim kind of mentality, and that's all. It's like that's how in a sense of, why is this not working out for me? Well, what's wrong with me? But maybe there's nothing wrong with you. That's something that you to really consider, that there may be nothing wrong with you. Anyways, I hope that helps. But I want to, before we go, I want to go into this Mary Mother. Okay, so it makes sense. I want to go to this Mary Mother Oracle and see what words she has for you. So Mary Mother, some word for Fidel. A word for Fidel. As far as you're going and traveling abroad, just keep trying. When it'll happen, when it's the right time to happen, it'll happen. But this is for Mary Mother. A word of encouragement for Fidel right now. What word do you have for him? What word do you have for Fidel in this moment right now? What word do you have for him? For her, Fidel, right now? I don't know. What word do you have for Fidel right now? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Fidel. Holy Mary, Mother, pray for Fidel now and all throughout Fidel's journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, blessed is the fruit of your womb, Fidel. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Fidel now and all throughout Fidel's journey. This one fell out for you. Being in partnership, a partnership with another. The birds, like angels, are flying around you. Warm of the sun. The warmth of the sun is enveloping you. The warmth of the sun. Feel the warmth of the sun. When you are falling into those old patterns of feeling like a victim and feeling like, why me? Just imagine a warm golden light surrounding you like a ball, like late summer colors, like a sunrise, like a sunset, like high noon. The sun gives you warmth. And feel that warmth throughout every cell in your being. Know that you are loved. And you are love. Because that's how your parents created you. Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood. The divine feminine is awakening in your heart. She guides you to apply your heart wisdom to any challenges in your life, transforming something that was once a cause of concern or even fear into a chance to realize the depth, power, and spiritual capacity of your soul. You are strong enough to open up and let others connect to your powerful, awakened, and beautiful heart. So that is this. And this is for you too. So these are your images. You can contemplate upon this image and think about that warm sun in a state of ascension. Because all of us can ascend. We have this, and it comes, and it comes, and it comes, that we can ascend into the clouds. To feel that awe, to experience that awe of the universe. That light, that magic light, or powerful light, or however you think about that. You can feel that, or you can get that and drink at the well. The water of life that you will never need to thirst again. the ascension. And this is of a harvest. The fall harvest is bountiful. You have enough. You have enough within yourself. Yourself is enough. Like the lilies in the field, the birds in the air, the creatures roaming the fields. They are given enough to live, enough to thrive in their environment. You have enough too. Amen. Okay. Let's clear the air. Emil, are you still here? Are you still here, Emil? Okay. So we want to know what is blocking me from what is blocking Emil from moving forward after a heartbreak? Why am I stuck? Why do I feel stuck? You know, Emil, the first thought that popped in my head is that you may not have given this enough time. Sometimes it takes a long time to recover from a heartbreak. When it's like a death, it can be bad like a death. Because maybe this person you were deeply connected to. Deeply connected to. And that connection, that spiritual connection you had with this person was severed. And it was severed, and in some sense, and especially if this other person has moved on and you have not, because you are still in love with this person. But I want to find, well, we're going to ask the spirit and the cards why. Because that was just the thought that came into my head, was you just need the time to heal. And you may not actually even be blocked, Emil. You just may be in a place where you have not fully grieved. You have not fully grieved this loss. Of course, I'm just talking to you from a person who has experienced deep heartbreak. And deep heartbreak just takes time. You didn't say anything offending, but I'm going to read his question right now. My candle burned out. I have a new candle. You're welcome, Fidel. And thank you for allowing me to read for you. Where's my lighter at? Where's that at? Oh, here it is. Okay, I'm gonna go grab another. I'm gonna grab another deck. I have another deck that is specifically for this question. But let's just say a prayer to Mary of Guadalupe that we can discover the truth. The truth here. The truth. We are seeking the truth in all of these questions. We're going to use this deck, What's Blocking You? And I'll be right with you, Shaza. I'm reading for Emil right now, and then I can read for you. And what is blocking Emil from moving forward? These are upright cards only. What is blocking Emil from moving forward? 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 Okay. What is blocking Emil from moving forward? What is blocking Emil from moving forward? What is blocking Emil from moving forward? Okay, this card popped out. And we'll do this one here and the one off the bottom. Okay. The first thing that is coming here, Emil, is that you are still obsessed with this person. So you are addicted, in a sense, like being like a dependency or an addiction to a person. And you have that you're still placing all of your attachment on to this person. And you have a sense of insecurity. You're insecure. You need to build your confidence up. And in this broken state, you're making quick, snap judgments. You're being too quick, too quick to just too quick in the negative judgments about whatever it is. So let's say maybe you meet somebody new. You're always judging this new person against the last person because you're still attached to this last person. You can't move forward. And every time you meet someone, you are making that comparison. And you're comparing this new person to the old person. And that is derailing the situation because deep inside, you lack confidence to move forward. And then this sense of you are trying to be someone else. You're trying to be someone else in this moment. All right, I'll read you. You'll be my last one for the night because I do have to. It is 1:30 in the morning for me, and I have a busy day tomorrow. So this is what is holding you up. This is why you feel stuck. This is why you are you feel stuck in place. It's because, and then the sense of you need to become you. You need to learn who you are. To learn who you are again. Because for so long, who you are was wrapped up in someone else. You were with another person. You were together with another individual like this. And if I were to take a look at, well, that card has nudity on it. I'm not going to use that one. But your whole identity was wrapped up in another person. And now you are by yourself. And so you have to become you again. And when you are become you again, you won't compare every person you meet with the person who you were with before. When you become you again, you will become confident enough to put yourself out in the world. That's what I got for you. I hope that helps. But I will go with a Mother Mary for words of encouragement. Mother Mary, A word for Fidel? A word for Emil right now? A word for Emil. Mother Mary, a word for Emil, who is suffering in this moment, stuck in place, heartbroken. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, blessed is the fruit of your word, Emil. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Emil now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Emil. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Emil now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Emil. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Emil now and all throughout his journey. Our Lady of Truth. Okay. This card is for you, Emil. Your heart here seems cut off. You are surrounded by this place, trying to make yourself beautiful in the world. But you are beautiful because you were made beautiful. Your parents made you beautiful. And so, Our Lady of Truth, you may hide the truth of what you feel for fear of what might come of honesty, yet the heart needs truth like the lungs need air. Truth heals. It can create intimacy. It can set you and another free, allowing you to let go. Your heart truths are a source of empowering guidance and worth the time and effort to know what is true for you now. So this is for you, Emil. Truth. Get to know yourself. Get to know yourself again. And when another person comes along your way, be confident in your decisions to say hello, to open up your heart, and open up your heart without judgment. Without judgment. Without judgment for who she is. Okay, Emil, then you need more time to open up again. Emil, you need to become you. You need to become you again. And if that takes a year or 10 years, that's what it takes. Give yourself some time. Just be you. Broken hearts, as I say, take a while. When it was with Kay, I'm not going to say her name, I asked her hand in marriage. She didn't say no, she didn't say yes, but eventually she married some other guy. It took a long time to feel like I could be myself again. The pain was so intense. It was almost like I told myself I would wish that she had died because it would have been easier to move forward again. Sometimes heartbreaks take years to get over. So don't, if it takes a few years or it takes a few months or a few years, it's okay. Just know that it's okay. In the meantime, just do things for yourself. Do things that make you happy. You know, if it's like doing sports or stuff like that, do sports. If it's like dancing, social dancing, do that. If it's like playing board games or something with friends, do that. If it's hanging out with family, spend time with family. If it's taking long walks by yourself, do that too. Going to movies, if that makes you happy, do that. Go alone. Go out to dinner alone. And if people look at you funny, just ignore them. Don't worry about it. You're there having a good time. A good time by yourself. Eventually, your heart will heal. I mean, when my dad passed away, he was killed in a car accident. For like the first 3 years, every time I saw a truck coming up the road that was the same color of his truck, I thought, oh, my dad's coming home. My dad's coming home. Then there was a time that like he died in June 24th. But every like the whole month leading up to like June, I would be super anxious, depressed. But then there came a year, and I think it was like at the 5 or 6 year mark, I didn't feel that anymore. That raw sense of grief. I didn't feel that raw sense of grief anymore. And now, June is just another month. It's not the month that my dad died. It's just another month. And that is when you feel that it's just another thing, that's when you come into being, when you're ready to move on. Does that help? Okay. Let's move on. There was someone else before. Um, so there was someone else here. I wonder if they're still here. Shazah? Shazah, are you still here? And then it'll be Shazi, and that was what's coming up for me. And then the last one, and yes, okay, so the last one will be, was it Jerry? Yes, Jerry. Okay. And we're still in the 7:22 time because that's the date I started this live stream. 7:22. And Jerry, you will be my last because I do. I was only planning on being on for 2 hours. All right, let me just clear the air. Shazam. What's coming up for Shazam? Mary Guadalupe. Shazam wants to know what is in store for him in tomorrow. What is coming up for Shazam? What's coming up for Shazam? 4 cards. What's coming up for Shazam? This one here and this one. Okay. 5 cards, just as I was thinking. Alright. What do we have coming up for you? The types of energy that are coming up for you. Let me see. We are looking at what is first. It does look like you're going to slam into a wall. You're going to slam into a wall soon. You have been working on something, planning, you're being patient, you are tending your crop. That's what you're doing now. You're looking at it and you're seeing where things are going. But things are not going as fast as you want them to go. Maybe you're overwhelmed by something because you're working on that, and so you're going to end up slamming into a wall. It's going to feel like your whole world is. And so in that, you'll have to do a lot of reflections in your life because the moon card is popping up, and this is about looking at the moon card is illuminating the lies that you have in your life. These hidden, buried emotions, these things that you tell yourself, these things need to pop up, because in order to move forward, out of this place, so your crop can be harvest, and you can come into a place where you're going to reach your destination. You're going to have to do a lot of soul searching, looking into your life to see what is deceiving you, what is causing you to be confused. Are you why are you afraid? And what are you afraid of? These are things that will be coming out of your subconscious, because this is what comes out of your subconscious. The moon energy illuminates these things in our lives. The wild, the domestic, and the creatures of the deep. But you're on this path, you're going on, you go through these towers. These are the towers of transformation that separate night from day. On one side, you're in a wild place, a place of fear, a place where illusion dominates your life. But on the other side, the sun is shining. And you see that all those things that you were afraid of were just illusions. That there's nothing to be afraid of. And then finally, you'll come into a place where you can celebrate. Come with a little bit more stability, a celebration. You will have built up your foundation. So that you can move forward after that. So what I see coming up for you is, in that telling that story, is you are working on something, things are going slow, you're going to come to a sudden halt. You have to do some soul searching and some reflections in order to go forward and become into a place where you are in a more stable place, a more place of stability. Does that make any sense? And I want to let's just do a word. I'm going to go, first off, I'm going to add these numbers up for you and see what the numerological energy is of this situation. We're looking at 7 plus 12 plus 18 plus 16 plus 4. And so we're looking at 7, 10, 28, 38, 44, 48. 4 plus 8 is 12. It's 3. So the energy that surrounds all of this is one of self-expression. Expressing yourself. So self-expression and expressing yourself. And let's look at this one. What does Shazam need to look out for? A word. Give Shazam a word that is needed to look forward to in the future. A word for Shazam. A word that will help Shazam get through the next few months. A word for Shazah. So, 19 is the number. 19, in looking at 1, which is a new beginning, and 9, which is the end of the story. So you're going to go from the beginning to the end of the story, and then you will be starting anew. You will be starting a new cycle. So you're going to come from here, you're going to go to here, and then after that, you're going to start over into a new, something new. Maybe that new thing is you're going to end up harvesting this crop because this is a happy time. You're coming into a place of happiness. You're going to bloom. Your flowers are going to bloom. You can savor the moment. But to get you through this, you need to think of what your totem is. What is your totem? Your spirit animal, your spirit object, your charm, that lucky charm. Do you keep that with you? Keep it in your pocket if you can. If it's like a rosary, you are maybe you are Catholic like I am. Maybe you have a rosary. You like your rosary, or a rosary. But it's whatever it is for you. That a spiritual object, a totem, something that you imbue energy into. You want to imbue positive energy, and the energy you want to imbue in this totem is that of celebration, is that of completion, is that of that thing that puts you into that happy place. And so that when times are tough, when you slow down, you feel like things aren't going right for you, you pull that totem out. And you can know that with the promise that this will pass. When you feel overwhelmed and feel like your whole life has come to a sudden stop, you pull that totem out and you look at it and you know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be all right. And in the nighttime, at 2 a.m., when you're up still, you need to be awake, you need to be asleep, but you're up with your worries, your fears, with those thoughts in your mind that give you grief. Like maybe a part of yourself that is just crying in the night, in the dark, a long way away. You're crying in your sleep. You bring that totem out because that thing crying in the dark, that ain't real. It's an illusion. To illuminate the lies of your life. Maybe you don't feel beautiful. Maybe you need to look in the mirror and say, I am beautiful. it takes a long time to come to a place where you may feel beautiful. Other people may see you as beautiful, your parents see you as beautiful, but it takes a while before you will feel that you're beautiful. As a real world example, most people begin their 20s, turn 18 and feel they're ugly. In some place between 40 and 50, they think they're the most, they see and know that they're beautiful. And so that may be part of some of your issues, but that's not just a you thing, that's an everybody thing. Many people think they're ugly when they look at themselves. But you are a flower that is getting ready to bloom. That's what Spirit's telling me right now. Okay, that's all I got for you. If this helps, Shazam, you can come back and review this part of the video. Share this video if you think somebody else might gain some truth from it. So just remember all this. One of the things this is about self-expression and expressing yourself. And so what's coming up for you is you need to learn about how to express yourself. You know, set those boundaries for yourself and to speak your mind. Not to be afraid to speak your mind. It's very hard. It's very hard. But your truth, your expression of self, you need to think about that and learning how to express yourself. You're welcome. And thank you too for letting me read for you. Okay. Jerry, you're my last reading for tonight. Okay. Let's just clear the space out for a blank slate for Jerry. Truth. All right, Jerry, what is your question? Did you state it above and I didn't see it? I'm going to start something for you, Jerry. While you are thinking your question, I am going to, we will start. I'm going to ask Spirit for a page number for Jerry. Ten. Nope, it jumped the tracks. 9. 9. 1099. Okay. So did you have a question, Jerry, or did you have just want me to do a general? So we're going to start with your page 1099. Okay, I'll do that. So it's a general reading for Jerry. What does Spirit... So the question being is, what does Spirit want Jerry to know? What does Spirit want... That's not spelled right. Want Jerry to know? So when we think of Spirit, Jerry, this is what we're thinking of right now. And when we think of Spirit, Jerry, this is you, and this is you. This is you, and this is you. And this is you, and this is you. This is you in your ascended form. This is you like this. This is you like in the ascended form, and this is you right now. You are you're climbing the mountain. You're at the foot of the mountain. You're just on the beginning of the journey. But someday, this is you. This is you. This is you. This is you in an ascended form. And that ascended form is this spirit that is going to tell you we're going to get a message from you, your ascended form. So I'm going to put this here. I'm going to start with page 1099. And what we're doing here, Jerry, is bibliomancy. And I'm literally using my a missal. And I'll read the page 1099. Maybe something will stick out for you. All right, Yushi. I was Jerry was my last reading for tonight, but I will be back on tomorrow night for a longer session. $10.99. God spoke to Moses, "Thus shall you say to the Israelites, the Lord, the God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever. This is my title for all generations. This is the word. Thanks be to God. The Lord is kind and merciful. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all my being. Bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. The Lord is kind and merciful. He pardons all your iniquities. He heals all your ills. He redeems your life from destruction. He crowns you with kindness and compassion. The Lord is kind and merciful. The Lord secures justice and the rights of all the oppressed. He has made known his way to Moses, and his deeds to the children of Israel. The Lord is kind and merciful. Merciful and gracious is the Lord, slow to anger and abounding in kindness. For as the heavens are high above the earth, so surpassing his kindness towards those who respect him. So the Lord is kind and merciful. The Lord is kind. The Lord, whatever this means to you, is kind and merciful. The number 1099, 19. So the spirit behind this, Jerry, is one of beginnings, of new beginnings. The spirit wants to know that there is a new beginning here. You can begin anew. What does Spirit want Jerry to know? What does Spirit want Jerry to know? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Jerry now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord. Okay, 2 cards fell out. Let's see what its numbers are. 8 and 15, 6 and 8, 10, 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. So the overall spirit of this number is 5, which is about change. You're at a new beginning. You can make changes. One plus 5 is 6. That is a number that's bound by love. A beginning, a 1 and a 5. A beginning and a change, a challenge. You can be free. It's bounded by love. Number 6. The word that's popping out to me is detour. Detour. Taking a new route. Detour. Unsettled. October. Okay, that's on the 15 number. Then we have 8. Where's uncle? You are an uncle, aren't you? Thrift. I'm seeing the word quit. That word pops out at me. And this is for the number 8. The number 8 is a number that could be prosperity or manifestation or abundance. It can be either any of these things. 15 is comprised of the numbers a new beginning, a new start, plus a change. A change of course. So we have a detour. You're on a path. You're going on a path. But you're going to take a change. You're going to change your path. You're going to take a change in your route because you feel unsettled. And the month October is coming around in this. So the fall. Fall is, it's the end of summer. It's the beginning of winter. Winter is approaching. Winter is a sense of change, of getting cold, of getting darker. That unsettled feeling of like your feet are not sure on the ground. And that is the need to take this detour, to take a little change in the path. Now you are an uncle, you have, your sister has children, you need to be an uncle for those children. Be thrifty with your money, and if you are in need of quitting something, quit that something that is hindering your progress, hindering your day. If it's a feeling that is sticking you in the mud, if you are feeling sorry for yourself, you need to quit that. Quit doing that. Reflect over things in your life, things that do not serve your prosperity. And when I think of prosperity, we're thinking this in a spiritual sense or a spiritual emotional sense, things that are hindering your best self. So in the sense that this is you and this is you, anything that is blocking you from ascending into this ascended, more perfected form of yourself is something that needs to be removed from your life. Spend time as an uncle and being there for those children. That's that. Now, you asked about this. This is the what is blocking you. So in a sense that you're single, but you're in a relationship with yourself. So we're going to pull a couple cards to see what is blocking you, because you feel blocked. So we're asking Spirit, how is Jerry being blocked? What is blocking Jerry? What is blocking Jerry? And so this is a deck that is about relationships, but you are in a relationship with yourself. So that is, we are all in relationships with ourselves. Oh, that light just burned out. I need to go change out mine. Which means I don't have much time because that other one's going to burn out soon too. Alright. Tune it there all the way up. Okay. So what is blocking you, Jerry? Jerry, what is blocking you? What is blocking you, Jerry? Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jerry. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Jerry now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jerry. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Jerry now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jerry. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Jerry now and all throughout his journey. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are you among women, and blessed is the fruit of your womb, Jerry. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for Jerry now and all throughout his journey. So what we got here, then things that are blocking you, we got past trauma, confusion, the fear of loss, and an ambivalence, the spirit of ambivalence. So these are states of mind that are holding you back, that are blocking you from achieving prosperity and abundance of spirit. So to take some time for yourself, Jerry. Take some time for yourself, Jerry, and reflect on all of us have trauma. So just as just for your information, everybody has trauma. Everybody, because life is hard. Life is hard. You have to remember that. Life is hard. But that doesn't mean you can't have fun. That doesn't mean you can't feel joy. That doesn't mean you can't feel love. Or you can't be love, because you are love. Because you matter. You matter. Be grateful. Be grateful in your days. For the Lord is kind and merciful. You matter. Just remember that. You have trauma. We all have trauma. But this trauma can create roadblocks. So like the illusions and the lies that we believe about ourselves. To identify what those lies are. That requires quiet time. It requires sitting down with a piece of paper, a journal, journaling in the quiet. Go to some place that's like a sanctuary for you. I don't know what that is for you, but you have a place like that. Maybe it's going to the park or someplace that you feel safe. You don't want to go someplace that you feel under threat from outside forces, like other people or whatever. You want to go someplace where you feel safe, that you can be quiet with yourself. turn your phone off. Put it in your pocket and turn it off. Be in a quiet place. Open up this journal. Maybe you start with the line, "What am I feeling?" And then start writing. Start writing stream of consciousness. Start writing whatever word comes into your brain. Start writing that down. Don't judge. Don't make any judgments. Don't second guess. Just be open. Be open, and whatever thought or feeling you feel in that moment, write it down. Maybe and then write until you stop writing. Maybe you go back and read it. Maybe you don't. It doesn't matter. And then do it again. Not that same day. But you keep working through this. You have past trauma. We all have past trauma. But when it starts to rule our lives, it can lead to a lot of negative emotions. You could feel ambivalent about your life, like nothing matters. Whatever I do, it just doesn't matter. So I might as well just like say F it all. F it. F it all. Because it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, because that may be how you feel. You might be minimizing yourself, minimizing how you feel about a situation. Now, you don't have to share any of these things with anyone else. You don't have to share this with anyone else. You can just share it with yourself. Write this stuff down. Maybe you pick up in this place and where you are working on identifying these things, identifying things that are causing you confusion, and identifying what your fear is. I don't know what you like to do for fun. Maybe you might pick up something like painting. Painting is a drawing or painting. This is a watercolor, but it's like these kind of activities. They really do help. Now, you may feel like you can't do something like this, but that's just a time thing. Maybe that's just not your thing. Maybe it's board games. Maybe you like to play chess. If you like to play chess, go play chess. Go play chess with other people. That getting in there and playing chess and doing something like that, it can help you to get out of yourself in that moment. Because that's also another thing for getting over things like trauma. And you have the grief that you're are working through. And doing things that put you into the now. So if you just think of like time, and this is you, and this is you right now, and when you are in a place where you are suffering, the more time you spend right now, not in yesterday, not in tomorrow, not in your worries about tomorrow, or what happened yesterday, what so and so did at work, or whatever. You gotta when you can take time for yourself and do something that puts you into this state of right now. For me, it when I was going through a real tough time, it was social dancing. And I mentioned that contra dance. And contra dance is physical. There's touch. If you can handle touch of other people's touch, and even if they're, and it's not like a sexual thing, because it doesn't, because the majority of the people who show up to contra dances are married, and they're just there to go dancing. And it's physical. There's music, and it can put you into this state, which is right now. And in this state of being in right now, these things in the future that you're afraid of, these things in the past that cause you pain, will have no influence on you when you are in the right now, when you spend time in right now. And maybe it's only for a little while per week, but that little while per week will give you relief. It will give you the relief you need in order to feel joy and come into this state of a being of abundance, of a spiritual abundance and prosperity. Does that make any sense? Okay. I am going, I will write down my schedule here, and because you were the last one for today, because I do have to go to bed really, really soon. And I am on the Pacific Coast. Let's put this over here. I'm going to put this over here with all the other ones that are eventually, when it comes out of fire season, then I will. So this is my reading schedule. We're going Tuesday through Saturday. 11:44 p.m. for 1 to 2 hours. Sunday, after church, CHURCH, prayers. And so this time, prayers. And so that is at 12:30 p.m. And so essentially you're looking at Wednesday morning. And so 11:44 p.m. That's when I'll schedule the live for. But I might come on a few minutes late because okay, you're Eastern time and I'm Pacific time. And so this is for the rest of the month, for the rest of July. When August comes, I will probably reevaluate thing and make another, because I have 2 channels that I'm streaming on. And so Saturday, so like I said, this is the time I'm going to schedule the lives for. But I may not start till midnight, and I may start a little bit early. It all depends on, because I caregive for my mother, who is is 85, 86. And after I put my mother to bed, that's when I will start the live. Okay, that's the schedule, and I will post the schedule on my in my community tab. Now, there are things that would cause me to not go on, as I have chronic migraines. And so if I'm in a migraine, I will in the community tab to say that I won't be coming on. So does that understand? So I don't read. I can't. When I'm in a migraine, I am disconnected. So for me, using this example, migraines block me. They're just a big blocker. They block me from being able to access spirit. So that would be the case. Now let's say there's an emergency and I have to take my mom to. Okay. All right. So I do occasionally have migraines, and that happens. And so that's what migraines do. They block me. They block me from being able to do readings and so forth. And so that would be a case. But if I have a migraine, I will go onto my community page and say I have a migraine, and there will be no reading for tonight. But this is what my schedule is for the rest of the month. Okay? So that's all I have. Well, I think she feels that way. I'm taking her to a doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I am her driver, and so for Ayushi, please come back tomorrow, and I will read for you tomorrow night. I apologize, but I've been on for almost 3 hours, and so it's like what, 2:30 in the morning for me, and so I will read you tomorrow and so please come tomorrow. I will post my schedule. I think I did post my schedule the other day. And so thank you, everyone, for your support. Thank you for doing all the like and subscribe and all that stuff. Thank you, Jerry, for being here from the beginning of the reading. For Chinese Disco Babe, for Emil, for Liddell, and let's see, and for Shazah, thank you. For Emil, thank you. Fadel, thank you. Chinese Disco Babe, thank you. And Jerry, thank you very much for allowing me to read for you. And thank you for being here and holding space together. Thank you. And I will be back tomorrow night at 11:44 p.m. Pacific time. And where's that rubber band here for this? And Maria, thank you. Thank you too for being here. Okay. All right. Will you come back and let me know how things are going? All right. Blessings and peace to everyone. I will, just in case you want to know what my face looks like, I'll do that. This is me. I'm an old man. So thank you very much for being here, and I'll see all you all another time. Bye-bye.